Your perspective, my perspective, is the mental way that we see one another. But see, you got to understand that you and we as a people need to stop worrying about what other people think of us. Because you know what? There's not a thing that we can do really to influence what they think of you or what they think of us. We can turn through cartwheels, we can give them money, we can try and impress, we can do everything under the sun. But you know what? If a person don't want to think highly of you, they're not going to think highly of you. We get into, young kids today, people today, oh, they don't respect me. Well, you know what? So? What is their respect will do for you? They trying to get into heaven just like you are. We all trying to get across the same boat, same river, in the same boat. So what difference does it make? What really matters is, do you respect yourself? What really matters is your perspective of yourself. Because see, when the rubber hits the road, you got to look at yourself in the mirror. And only you can talk to God and get it straight with him. So really, we go through all this stuff based on what other people's opinions of us are and what they say about us. In John 6:63 says, Jesus talking to his disciples, and he says, the words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. We got to understand that when we speak into other people's lives, those words are spirits, and we are prophesying into their lives. We've got to realize the influence that we have on other people when we speak to them, but we also have to realize the influence that other people have on us when they speak to us. We've got to realize that if we catch something that somebody thinks about us or something that somebody says to us and internalize it, that's foretelling into our future. When I pray with people at the altar, I often tell them, don't let your words nullify your prayer. Don't stand up here, God, heal me, and then you walk out the door and say, oh my goodness, I feel lousy. I feel like I could keel over and die right now. Don't let your words and your opinion of yourself nullify what you're talking to the Lord about. It's better to just zip it and not say anything. If you say, Lord, I believe I'm healed, Lord, you change my message as I go, but that's okay. If you say, Lord, I believe I'm healed, then that's okay. That's okay. And you might feel lousy. Just don't say it. Just don't say it. Just be quiet. There are times when the older I get, the quieter I get. Reverend Elston, the older I get, the quieter I get. Because I'm learning to zip it. Now, is that saying anything? To be truthful with you, know what, if a dog came past me, if he'd stop and bark at me, I'd talk to him. So, but at any rate, we have got to learn that what others think of us doesn't matter, but what we receive is our perspective of ourselves, our mental viewpoint. He's 40 years old, and this is one of the most creative, smart people I know. And he says, you know what? I feel so dumb right now. And I said, why? He said, because this is what I've done all of my life, and it's not working right now. There's no money in it, and I don't know what to do. He said, I'm looking back, and I'm regretting decisions that I made years ago because I didn't go to college. He said, so many of the things that I've looked at require college degrees. But see, we can limit ourselves with our perspective. He isn't looking at, you know what, maybe you need to start a business. Or maybe you need to just go based on your experience, and when the job comes up that God wants you to have, he's going to do it based on experience. They don't care, you can have 10 degrees if you don't have any experience. I'm going to choose you first because you've got the experience. We don't need to let our perspective limit how we look at ourselves. That's one reason I like David so much. David didn't do that. Turn to 1 Samuel, because see, I have gotten totally off. 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 11.